El Colombiano isn't happy with Juventus and then decide to join Inter Milan. According to the greatest of all time, FABRIZIO Romano, Inter are set to sign Cuadrado as a free agent. So yeah, the player has gave the green light and he will be joining Inter for 1 season. According to Fabrizio Romano. Welcome back to my channel. On this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on a player, Juan Cuadrado. I'm going to give my thoughts also what he's not happy with Juventus and overall, what do I think about Cuadrado, this move as well. And I will also mention about Romelu Lukaku, who looks like will be going to Juventus. But yeah, don't forget to support the channel by smash the like on this video. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I am gonna start giving my thoughts on Juan Cuadrado, 35 years old. El Colombiano, the Colombian, had a few offers from Saudi Arabia, but still decide to stay at a high level with Inter for at least 1 more season. Like Fabrizio Romano said, he will be going to Inter for 1 season. But after being at Chelsea for, after being at Juventus for 8 seasons, he ran out contract. Juventus told him that he wasn't part of Juventus rebuild, Juventus new project for the future. Yeah, I do get of his agent stuff, his wages, but then having a situation where Cuadrado wants to stay at Juventus for at least 1 more season. He basically reject a few good offers from Saudi Arabia just to basically to piece Juventus off by going to Inter. With the Romelu Lukaku situation as well, we saw how many times Lukaku said he loves Inter. He wants there's not another club. He rejects Saudi Arabia, big money just to stay at Inter. But looks like he's been in talks with Juventus. Inter is not happy about it, and Inter basically left the race to try and sign Lukaku from Chelsea. But let me just quickly share this pitch in here between this was, if I'm not wrong, was just the season that gone between Lukaku and Cuadrado. You can see how much these two clubs don't like each other. And on this game, I remember watching. I can't remember if I watched the highlights. It was there was both Lukaku and Cuadrado was going on for ages, but looks like Cuadrado to Inter and Lukaku to Juventus. But you've seen this lots of times. When it comes to Italy clubs, right, the biggest clubs as well, you always see it doesn't matter, right? I know you see that everywhere, but mostly in Serie A, you always see big clubs with the big names, biggest players moving into other big club, right? You don't really see that much in England. You do see as well. You do see everywhere. In Spain, you barely see big player going from Barca to Madrid. They they hate each other so much that is almost impossible for a player. It has happened in the past, yeah. Come on, we know that it has happened, but you see this quite often happen in Italy, right? Yeah, don't get me wrong. Italy is different in Italy, right? It's completely different when you look at teams like Barca and Madrid. When you look at teams in Italy, still, they don't like each other badly. They don't like each other. I've been watching Italy football for very, very long time since I was a kid. I grew up, loving Italy football. Was the best league back in the days. But you always see this happen. Big players always moving into, like from Inter to Milan, from Inter to Juventus, Juventus to Milan. It doesn't matter. This always happen. And in here we go again. Looks like Cuadrado. Of course, we know Fabrizio never fails to deliver the real truth. So Cuadrado will be going to Inter. Is he a good signing? I'm not going to say Cuadrado is overrated. I'm not going to say Cuadrado is underrated. I think he's a good player. He can fit in any system because he can play as a right back, he can play as a right winger, He can play with back of three, back of four. He can play as a centre mid as well. So he can play multi positions. He's always been a quick player. I would say he hasn't really been a consistent player, and you know how key he is, not just in football, but also in life, to be consistent in everything you do. But yeah, I wouldn't say he has been consistent for his country, Colombia. He always seems to do well. A player that I would say I like it. Like I said, I'm not going to say he's overrated or underrated. I think he's okay. He's an average player. He's a good player. He had an okay a good career, let's say. Obviously, with Juventus, he win plenty of trophies. You expect that, but this move doesn't surprise me. It doesn't. After not just Quadrado, like Juventus has request to UEFA, and it looks like it's been approved that because they was meant to play Europa Conference League next season, so that it will not be playing European football. They're going through a lot of problems with money, not just Juventus, all the Italy clubs. We've seen that with La Liga clubs. Now we've seen that with Italy clubs for a very long time. And Juventus will not be playing European football. That will help them next season. It's time to rebuild. We always say like Juventus always have too many old players. We know one of their captains, Bonucci as well, is gone. A few other players that will be going. Juventus not counting on them, and clearly, Quadrado thought he would at least stay another season, but Juventus basically said to him, "Ciao, we don't want you anymore." And basically, the Colombia wasn't happy with that because he still expect to stay another season, probably then have a move to MLS, Saudi Arabia, because there was few said according to the media. I'm not sure. I'm not a journalist, but there was a few Saudi Arabia clubs that was interesting. But for me, what I've seen in this situation, this is why I think the Colombia is not happy, and he just basically pissed Juventus off by signing for Inter. But then, with Lukaku's situation at the minute, I don't know. I mean, that is, I did not expect that from Lukaku. From what I've seen, he said about, but then he has done it before. He's been at Chelsea, he's been at Man United, he's been, I don't know, with Lukaku is so weird, but I did not expect after seeing what the times he was at Inter, how much he showed at, the passion he had, he loved the club. But love, what's love nowadays? You don't see love in football anymore. Never mind in your relationship, you don't see love anymore nowadays. These players, all they want is money. But then this move for me only makes sense that Quadrado wants to piss Juventus off. And I say that is my thoughts. I think it's a good signing for a club like Inter. Always seems to not Inter Milan, Juventus. They always want the old players. Like Italy clubs always wants to have players with experience and players that knows the league's been in there for a very long time. And yeah, I think it's a good signing for Inter. But when you look at Inter, right back wingers as well, they've got two who always play most of every game. So I don't know what's going to happen with Inter as well. Who they're gonna let it go. Let's see. But overall, I think he's a good signing because he can play, like I've mentioned, in a lot of positions. And here that's my thoughts about Juan Cuadrado. Billy his last year at a high level, probably like I said, another move to big money just before he end his career. And as always, cannot thank you guys enough. Really appreciate all the love and support. It's been amazing. But don't forget to always like. I know you enjoy, so like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys on our next video. Plenty of videos coming up. God bless you all. Thank you.